So what is going on, guys? I am Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be talking about an open world zombies mode coming to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This is something that I've been wanting for such a long time, and with the leaks that we've had, along with some intel we can find in the game that seems to prove these leaks correct, it looks like an open world zombies is finally coming. So as always, if you're going to enjoy today's video, don't forget to drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed, but let's get into it. Here we go. So a few hours ago over on Twitter, Charlie Intel posted this where they said, "Rumour, new Outbreak Zombies open world mode reportedly coming to Black Ops Cold War." I will leave the link to the article down in the description if you want to check it out for yourself, but it references some other things that another Twitter user called Okami said. He is a credible leaker within the COD community. He doesn't just do COD, but he leaked a ton of things before Cold War, before it came out, that turned out to be true. But anyway, in his tweet he put out yesterday, he said, "In other COD news, there's a new mode called Outbreak coming soon. Don't know all of the details, but it's supposed to be Treyarch style, co-op zombies on a large scale fireteam map. I've heard it described as open world zombies, so take that for what you will." On his next tweet he then said, "Okay, back to retirement," because he doesn't post very often, and when he does, it's usually something surprising like this. And boy, is this a surprise. And open world zombies is something I never thought I would see. Now, of course, we don't know the exact specifics, how it's going to work. It might be totally different to what I'm imagining, but we can get a pretty decent idea of it, because in Firebase C there is a cipher. It is this one up on screen now. It is a K cipher. This was decrypted by Richkill, who again is a person in the COD community who solves a lot of these ciphers. I will link him down in the description. But this cipher reads, "Attention K. Initial survey of the Ural site verifies it is by far the largest incursion zone yet recorded. We must assume Requiem will detect it via satellite and deploy fire teams regardless of sovereign borders. Recommend continuing operations while monitoring Requiem communications. With your support, I will ensure any new gains remain in Soviet hands." We have a couple of clues that this is potentially to do with this Outbreak mode. One, the key to solving this cipher itself is called Outbreak. If that's not a massive hint, I don't know what is. And two, it talks about deploying fire teams. As Okami said on his tweet, this Outbreak mode, even though he doesn't know all of the details, it is a Treyarch style co-op zombies on a large scale fireteam map. And we have this cipher talking about fire teams. Also, in zombies, teams like Requiem and Omega are called strike teams. They haven't been named fire teams in zombies before. And at the beginning of the cipher, it also talks about the Ural site. We know the Ural Mountains, Mount Yamantau, is one of our future zombies maps. There's another cipher in D Machine that talks about it, and at the end of the Firebase C Easter egg, we hear Revanov say the Omega group are there, and from leaks as well, we know that's one of our next zombie map locations. But now we have this cipher and Okami telling us that this Outbreak mode revolves around the Ural Mountains, and it is an open world zombies experience. So maybe the Ural site is just a small portion of it. If it's going to be open world zombies, it's got to be big. I don't know the actual size of this map. Could it be like Warzone but with zombies? I don't know the small details, but this is something I am super excited for. Me and, well, a lot of people have always said they want zombies to be its own thing. They wouldn't mind if just Call of Duty Zombies was its own standalone title. But if we're going to have an open world zombies, I think that's as close as we're going to get. Warzone is its own standalone thing. This, if it's anything like that, could be the closest thing we get to just a Call of Duty Zombies game. If you don't know anything about the fireteam mode in multiplayer, I haven't played it too much myself, but it's basically 40 players divided into 10 teams of 4. Those teams of 4 are called fire teams, and you have to face off against each other to complete objectives in specific missions and maps. So when we go into this open world zombies, will it be 4 teams of 10, 40 players on one map, and we have to fight off against the undead? Could it be like Grief, where the last team surviving wins? We travel around this map, killing the undead, doing missions at the same time, and coming against other players. I'm not sure, from the sounds of it, there's so much potential. And if I'm not wrong in saying, I'm sure this fireteam map takes place in the Ural Mountains. You can actually see the mountains in the background, but the forest, the playable area, is surrounding that. So it could be that this map, which I think is called Rucker, is where this open world zombies mode will be happening. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. Are you excited? How would you like it to work? What are your ideas? Okay, that was the first topic, but there's also been news about Call of Duty 2021. We all know we are near that time of year where Call of Duty gets leaked, we start to learn who is developing this year's COD, which normally we would know because we have a 3-year cycle. It goes Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, but as of late, that's changed. So even though last year it should have been Sledgehammer Games who released Call of Duty 2020, being Black Ops Cold War, we know instead Treyarch took over and they released it, meaning this year's Call of Duty in 2021 would have been from Treyarch, but because things have messed up and changed around, it was never going to be Treyarch that was releasing COD 2021, it was always between Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games. But now a post that's come out by Modern Warfare over on Twitter tells us the next Call of Duty title is 100% being developed by Sledgehammer Games. While this information isn't official, it doesn't need to be taken with a grain of salt. And then Okami replies, "It's true. Sledgehammer Games will be heading COD 2021 with the help of pretty much every Call of Duty studio in existence. If this guy says it, it must be true, so I am certain 100% Sledgehammer is releasing this year's COD." That's all we know though. We are in February. The first proper bits of information for Black Ops Cold War, taking my mind back, I think came in May, which is very late compared to when we usually got COD info. But then again, Black Ops Cold War was weird because Treyarch came in halfway through, and because of the pandemic, everything got pushed back. The main reason we usually get leaks early in the year was because promotional information, pre-order info and stuff like that is being sent to game companies. But because of the pandemic, everything seems to be working differently. It could be next month when we get even more information on this year's COD, or it could be May or June time even later. What I will say though is I don't think it's going to be a futuristic Call of Duty. The last Sledgehammer game we got was World War II, and then before that it was Advanced Warfare. Maybe this time around Sledgehammer will do a modern day COD. I can't see them doing World War I or World War II. They're not going to do the Cold War, and I don't think a futuristic setting is coming anytime soon, so the only possible outcome I can see is a modern day shooter. And that's something we haven't seen from Sledgehammer yet. This kind of has me a little bit worried though, because if Treyarch took over Sledgehammer's game for 2020, there must have been a reason why Activision told Sledgehammer to step aside and let Treyarch finish your game. Was it because Sledgehammer's original project wasn't good enough in the eyes of Activision? And Okami even says in this tweet that Sledgehammer Games are having the help of every other Call of Duty studio, so just to list some of them, he must be talking about Raven Software, Infinity Ward, even Treyarch. They are all helping develop COD 2021 with Sledgehammer being the main studio. Why is that? This is something we're not used to. We normally have the main studio and then someone like Raven Software doing things on the side, assisting. But he makes it sound like all of the big studios are helping Sledgehammer. To me it sounds like they don't trust them. But if I look at their previous games, World War II, Advanced Warfare, I think they did a pretty decent job. World War II, after all of the patches, ended up being a decent game. Advanced Warfare, I thoroughly enjoyed the campaign. I thought it was very polished. It's just that the futuristic thing wasn't for me, but overall it was a decent game. What has suddenly happened to Sledgehammer over the past couple of years, where they seem to be needing the help of everyone else? It could just be down to the pandemic, so everyone is chipping in, but it just sounds a little bit strange. However though, as I was saying, I can only see a modern day setting, maybe slightly into the future, perhaps 2025, 2030. So guys, there we go, that is it, that is all I have for you for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do, drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed to the channel to stay up to date with the latest videos. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.